everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kathy. Today I'm going to be showing you how I color blonde hair using this Magnolia stamp image. So I've already done a video on how I actually colored the same image with brown hair, and right now I'm going to do blonde. So these are the colors that I'm going to be using today. There's actually so many colors you can do, but these are the ones that I picked for today. So I'm doing E23 as my darkest color, E35, and then Buttercup Yellow Y21. So I'm going to just zoom in a little bit so I can try and show you what I did. So basically I'm going to be doing the same kind of technique that I did for the brown hair, but I'm going to be doing it for the blonde. And I would say that for this image you're not going to see as much of a contrast between that you did for the brown haired one, just because the hair is blonde and I didn't want to make it look too brown. So for the first thing I'm going to do is take the E23, so this is the darkest color, and again I'm just going to start flicking near her bangs up into the image and just following the curvatures of the lines that are already there. And then for this part of her hair there's kind of a dip in there, so I'm going to create a darker area there, and I'm just again trying to follow the lines, and then what I'm doing is kind of stroking the color down so that it goes past, and it's not just all one uniform color. So you want some of the edges to be a bit different lengths in your coloring. So here I'm just going to be adding in some darkness, kind of going down the center of these curls on that side, and then where the hair kind of gathers and starts to curl away from the last curl is also where I add in some of the darkness. It's hard to explain. You kind of just have to, when you're coloring hair, you kind of have to just use your instincts a little bit, but then just practice. Like, a lot of it is about practice and just trying different things and what is pleasing to you. Okay, so now I'm going to turn the image around and just do the crown of her hair, and I'm going to try and again follow the curves in her hair on the image. So I don't want too much because I do want her hair to be predominantly blonde, so I tend to use a little bit less of the darker color than I do when I'm coloring the hair brunette. So now I'm going to take the next color, and same as the last one, I'm just basically going right over the darkest color, and I'm just like putting in small strokes, but I'm going past where I put the color down with the other color so that I can, and again I don't want to like overdo it because I do want the hair to look blonde. So when I'm doing blonde hair I find that I do less of the darker the two colors. I tend to put on the most of the lightest color, which in this case is the Buttercup Yellow. Okay, so there is kind of what I got so far. And then for this one, just like I said with the brunette, you want to use strokes. You don't want to use small circles to color in her hair, because then you're going to be blending the hair too much, and you want to create, you know, highlights, I guess, because highlights and lowlights, because that's more natural looking than blending the colors all together. So I find if you do the strokes like that, you kind of keep the other darker color strokes in the image so that it looks more natural. And then when you're doing these kind of curls, I'm just basically trying to lay down the color where there's still white on the image, and I'm just concentrating on those areas versus going over the darker two colors. There you go. So that's I'm happy with that and how that turned out. So again, this is the blonde. So I do hope that gave you some ideas. I'm going to just turn it around and do the crown so that it kind of drags the color into the darker color into the blonde parts. There you go. So I hope that is helpful and that you are able to try this for yourself. And like I've mentioned in my other Copic coloring videos, I do have a Copic board on my Pinterest, and I've found lots of other charts and things that other people have done that show you ideas for what color combinations to use when you're doing different hair colors, different skin colors, and that sort of thing. So be sure to check out my Pinterest page or my board, and you can follow that board and get some ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and happy coloring. Until next time, bye bye.